welcome to this week's garden video. I'm on my second coffee. I've gotten a head start in the garden. My niece and nephew were here for sleepover because as I'm filming this, it's midterm. I did my auntie duties, but my God, they make you tired. This morning, I actually got my niece to help me sow the cosmos seeds that I was saying I wanted to plant. So you have loads of time to do this. We're just a little bit early because I have them on like the windowsill, and then I'm going to pop them into the greenhouse when they germinate. But you can absolutely sow cosmos. I have the, March, April, May, you can sow them. So you have plenty of time. Spring is also erupting in the garden. I'll show you what bulbs have opened. Literally every week there is something poking up. Some of those little, I think they're crocus, the little cottage garden ones that I bought last year, they have opened. Still have some mascaris going. I have mini daffodils starting to open. I have some white ones opening, and my cherry blossom tree is getting pinker by the day, and it's about to erupt. It is giving me joy. Anyway, I'm going to get into the footage that I filmed this morning with my niece and chat about us planting our cosmos. Tulips. Look, there's loads. Oh, that's a dahlia tuber. Did you think that was something bold? Poop. That's a dahlia tuber. That I don't know how it got there. I'll just throw it there. Yeah, these are tulips.
Tulips? What are they going to grow into?
Big red flowers.
Big red flowers. Oh, there's a spider with that.
Where? Was there?
Yeah, you saw one.
The big one?
Yeah.
And that's what happens in gardening. You get some spiders. Okay, so we just have to wash out our trays. Oh, there's a worm in that.
What's that?
Is it?
Jack, there's a worm.
Oh no, it's growing.
What is?
Look, there's a root on it. That's from the tree above there.
What's growing?
No. Did somebody say worms?
Running from all things at once without thinking twice. And I knew it would catch up and that we would be the ones left behind. The stories I've been told, they never seem to leave my mind. And this road that I am on, I gotta stay here for some time. Time is gone and I grew up. I somehow made it through without losing sight. And I still wonder where you are, and if you found a way out from the dark. The stories I've been told, they never seem to leave my mind. And this road that I am on, I gotta stay here for some time. Bruises, they come and they go, and we have to try and keep up, 'cause this life's so much more. It is now time for sweet pea update.
So 2 of the cartons seem to be performing better than the other 2. I don't know what the reason is. Is it maybe the position they were at on the windowsill? Or like these 2 are getting going, but there was 6 seeds in each. And I think I'll only have 3 in this one. You can see there's one there. And then this one is the same. I'd say I'll have 3 strong plants. And then this looks like a little one. I'm not sure. I'll take out any, I'll weed out any of the weak seeds. The weaklings. Weak seedlings? Weaklings? This is a really awkward angle. You'll have to bear with me. I followed this girl on Instagram. I think her Instagram is Anya, the garden fairy. And she is growing some sweet peas. And she has like a reel or a video saved. And when the sweet peas, I think it's when they had a second shoot, she pinched out the top, and by pinching out the top, you're encouraging it to grow side shoots. Correct me if I'm wrong. So she's encouraging it to, I think it stops them from going a bit leggy. Now I know they're a climber, but it encourages more side shoots, I think. So she shows, if you go to her Instagram page, Anya the Garden Fairy, I think that's her name, she pinches out the top. Now I'm not going to pinch them out just yet, like these ones. Hang on, zoom. Like look at that one, that has like a little, that has, oh, I don't want to be annoying my seedlings. See the way that has like leaves on it? I wonder, will they start, do they only smell when they have a flower? Or do they smell as they're growing? No smell yet. Sniffing seedlings. So that's where we are. I'm at about 3 weeks now. 2.5 weeks. And this is what I have. If the other chaps don't germinate, I'll just leave what's like in the carton container. So yeah, I think that's not too bad for my germination. So sweet pea check-in. I have growth. They are starting to move towards the light. So see the way this one's leaning this way? That's because when it was in the window, it's like they're leaning to the sunlight. So I reckon another week and I'm going to have to stick something in for them to go around before they flump, because they are a climber. So that is my sweet pea update. And then the other things I have on my office desk is they're the teasels down the end that take a long time to germinate. They have like a 1 to 3 month germination. Then these 2 trays with the little lids on them, these are Cosmos, so 1 variety of each. And yeah, my niece helped me do these. So I have these just on the windowsill so I can keep an eye on them, but then they will go into the greenhouse when they get a bit more established and they can just work away in there. And Karen has my potatoes chitting away on her windowsill. Last year I think I put first early potatoes in bags around St. Patrick's weekend, and I would like to do the same. When me and Karen were in the garden centre last week or the week before, we picked up a bag of Mars Pipers, I think, and I said, do you want to split a bag of seed potatoes, because there's loads in a bag. In Ireland there is anyway. I seen someone who was in the UK saying like their seed potatoes, for the price of them, they only got a few. In Ireland you get the bag and they're not that expensive and you get a big huge bag. So me and Karen have split a bag. So she's like, don't worry, I have them chitting. So the next time I see her, she'll have my chitted Mars Pipers. You know what, my niece and nephew loved the process of growing potatoes last year. Even though they were just in the bags, like we were all season growing these potatoes, but the magic of like harvesting and rummaging through the bags to get out the potatoes was really fun. So yeah, I'm gonna do it again this year for fun. My crop doesn't last long because I eat it. I gave away a good few of them last year. But yes, potatoes for March. So if you do have potato seeds for the first early, I don't think you have to do it for the main crop, but for first earlies, I chitted them last year, and that's when you leave them on the windowsill and they grow little eyes, and you leave 1 or 2 on each seed potato. I think it just helps them get going at this time of year. But you can check out last year's video on the garden playlist if you scroll back to around about March time, where you can see me chitting the potatoes. And if you want to check back, I think it was September, August time, I have a video where I harvested them as well. So you can check those out if you want to get some inspo, and I'll be doing them again this year too. So now, you know what I'm gonna do. I have two corners left to mulch. I think I'm gonna do the woodland corner today. My brunnera is starting to grow up, so I would love to get that mulched and tidy today, and then that just leaves me with one section to do. So let me know how you're getting on with your mulching, if it's something you do. And yeah, I've just been taking it in stages if you've seen my last few videos. So yeah, I'm gonna put the headphones on and it's another day of mulching. I'm after mulching the woodland area and it gives me great satisfaction. Lots of new growth. So let me tease out some brunneras. So this is the new brunnera that has come up. One of my absolute faves last year. I do have ivy seedlings popping up everywhere, so I've been trying to pull them out as I see them. Brunnera. Where's the third one? Oh yeah. There's the third one there, so you can see it's starting to come up. Bulbs. Remember I got a woodland pack and I planted it in August? No, not August. I think September, October. I was quite late doing it. So some of these bulbs are starting to come up. So I'm excited to see there's some more there. These ones at the back are muscari. They're like an evergreen variety and they flowered in autumn. So interested to see what they look like this year. There is some evergreen ferns and then there are some ferns that die off. I think this is not an Alcea. Begins with an A. Astrantia. There's 3 of them there, so that's just the old foliage. I just left it to die off. I didn't want to take the seed heads, and like there's grasses there that's dying off, so I didn't want to get rid of them because I'm kind of conscious it's still February, so there's probably still nesting insects. So I hope they appreciate the duvet of mulch I have just given them, but I didn't want to take too much away. There's also new growth on this heuchera. New growth here, if my camera will zoom in. I've got new growth on this one, and then I have this lovely kind of yellowy coloured one, and down at the middle, if I just wipe away some of the mulch, there is some new growth starting to come up. So yeah, I didn't want to take away too much from this area because like that there is, I think also, hang on, I keep getting caught in my willy boots, there's some nesting bugs, I think. See the white hole there, and I think there's some in this one there. Not sure about that one, but I think when that one there might have a spider or a bee in it. So some bugs in the bug hotels. So yeah, this is kind of the shady, let me stand back. This is the shady woodland corner, end of February. So let's see what it's like for the rest of the year, but I'm glad it looks a bit tidier now with the mulch. I know there's a couple of leaves there, but when things start to grow up, you won't notice them and it'll be grand. I've just been walking past this bed, so this is the bed full of the red tulips. But if you followed me last year, you will know that I had some ruthless sunflowers that grew. They were originally from a dwarf sunflower plant that I think it was 2021. I just let it die, but I left the seed heads out for the birds. And then last year I had a bed of sunflowers that, like, it wasn't the plan. They were quite fun though. Here's some weeds actually. And yeah, the ruthless sunflowers are coming back. I thought the frost that we had in December might have killed them, but no, I think I'm gonna have sunflowers again. But what I'll do this year is I can thin out the seedlings and I'm gonna give them away. I'm gonna transplant them into little pots and I'm just gonna give them away to people and then keep some for myself, but just not as many as last year. Hello, it has now been a day later. I went for afternoon tea yesterday, but it was the afternoon tea where they have gin teapots. So if I'm looking I'm a bit tired today. I want to go out and actually get fresh air. Nature is medicine. And tea. And I want to plant some of those plants that, remember, I bought in last week's video, the Erigeron. That's not how you say it. Erigeron. The ones that have the spikes on them, you know, the ones, the blue ones. I'll show you anyway. So I'm gonna go out and do that, and yeah, hopefully some fresh air will cure my hangover. Self-inflicted. So I already have 2 of these in here, so I'm gonna pop in the 3rd one, and thankfully their seed heads are still in the border, so I know I have a rough idea where the other 2 delphiniums are. So I'm gonna pop in this 3rd one, and this will hopefully in summertime. It's already got some growth. Lovely tall stem, beautiful cut flower too. It is such, look, sunshine on my face. Oh, is there a better feeling? I feel like my soul comes back awake after the winter slumber when that spring that spring sun starting to rise. It's good for the soul. Does anybody else get the Mr. Middleton catalogue? I'm getting it years. I don't know when I signed up for the Mr. Middleton spring plant and bulb catalogue. I also get the autumn one as well. I think it's twice a year they send them. But anyway, I actually had a cup of tea yesterday with my breakfast and I was flicking through. Dangerous, dangerous. That's the thing with catalogues, isn't it? Anyway, let me know. I like this rose, a bunny cat. I think I might get that. No, it is scented though. Anyway, put that away. That's what I got up to this week in the garden, and it's gonna be so sure because lots of stuff is starting to like erupt and open, and I'm seeing signs like new green growth, and it kind of hides any remaining like seed heads and things like last year's growth. I love it. Now next week's video, touch wood, I'm going somewhere fun. I don't know if it'll be any good, but I am going to like a garden convention thingy. Would we call it that? I actually don't know what it is. I've never been to it before. But more on that in next week's video. I'm going to make a cup of tea. My hangover has me. I'll see you in next week's video. Don't forget to subscribe. Like, cheeky thumbs up. You know the drill. See you in the next one.